Eagle Boys Pizza hope you enjoy the following fresh and local.
Thanks to Eagle Boys Malaga for supporting us once again, and welcome back to Fran Boccardo.
Thank you, Fred. It's always a pleasure to be back.
Everyone Can Cook is where we all know you from now. You've been doing really well. We came out and visited your house recently.
Yes, you did. It was a lot of fun.
And a beautiful kitchen that you've got set up there.
Thank you.
What are we making today?
Today we're going to make one of my favourites for winter time, stuffed artichokes.
How do you say it in Italian?
Carciofi ripieni.
Sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? Let's have a look at the ingredients. I'm going to come over here to Maddie's camera.
All right.
Tell us what we've got.
Got some lovely fresh pork mince. Yeah. Of course, you can substitute that with chicken, turkey, whatever you like. Yeah, or you can leave it out altogether and bulk it up with other vegetables. We've got some breadcrumbs, fresh breadcrumbs, some pecorino cheese. Again, you can substitute with parmesan if you like. Some parsley. That's for the sauce, a bit of basil and bay leaf.
And we've got an egg.
Lightly beaten egg, and then just your salt and pepper and a little bit of paprika to give it a little bit of kick.
And you mustn't forget...
Of course, the extra virgin olive oil.
Extra virgin, just
always.
like me. And the water is just for cleaning our hands, is it?
No, the water is... We've got a bit of lemon in there, and once we prepared the artichoke to stop it going brown and that horrible colour, we pop it into a little bit of acidulated water.
All right. Are you going to show us how to prepare the artichoke?
We will. We'll do one very quickly. All right. So when you're choosing your artichoke, make sure it's nice and firm when you buy it. You don't want it to be all soft and squishy, otherwise it's old. Yeah.
Is that a perfect size, Fran? Like if you were looking for an artichoke,
yep.
Would that be what you were looking for? There you go.
Definitely, and you'll see that when we stuff them, they actually, we spread it out quite a bit and they'll actually become quite bigger, but it's a great serving for one person.
Okay. Beautiful.
All right, lovely. Okay,
all right, there you go.
What we do with the artichoke...
Are they very expensive?
At the moment, they're around $2.99 to $3. When they become a little bit more abundant, they tend to go down to just under $2. But yeah, they vary, and it depends where you shop and so forth. Yeah.
I know people grow them as well, but it takes a long time to grow them.
They do. I tried once, wasn't successful, so I think I'll stick to cooking them. Yeah,
better
at that. That's right. All right. So what we do is we cut the stem off.
Yep.
All right.
Do you know what part of Italy this comes from?
The artichokes are actually native or believed to have originated in the Mediterranean area.
Yeah.
And you ask about Italy, and I believe at the moment it's actually the biggest producer of artichokes.
Okay.
So
why do you take all of those off?
Just the outer leaves are a little bit tougher, so I tend to take them off.
All right.
And about that.
And we just throw them out, do we?
Toss them out, or you can even throw them into the sauce while it's boiling to add a little bit of flavour.
To the rabbits or the chickens, I suppose?
No,
you probably kill them.
Yeah, they're a bit too tough.
So if you want to get rid of your pets, here's my advice: give them to your pets. Cats love them.
We chop off about the top third.
Okay.
It's a bit of a hard one today, isn't it?
Stuffed artichokes.
There we go. All right.
Oh, that looks really good. Let's hold that up to the camera.
Take that away. Yeah.
Ivan, there you go. Let's have a quick look at that. Beautiful. That's what it looks like inside. Eventually.
Okay. And then what we want to do is just gently pry it open. Sometimes I get excited and a few fall off, but that's all right.
That's all right.
So just slightly pry it open.
You just pull them apart with your hands?
Yeah, just gently push it out with your thumb.
Okay.
Okay.
How long do you let them sit in the water?
Oh, just a few minutes, just while you prepare your mixture.
And all it does is
rub a little bit of
lemon
on it,
doesn't it?
Yeah, loosens it up a little. All right, and just pop it in upside down in the water like that. Yeah, and we'll leave that in there, and we'll get on to making the mixture.
Okay. Do you want my help over here? Do we need the sauce?
Yeah, that'd be lovely if you could. Actually, before you do that, I need that in the mixture. So let me just get rid of this.
What's in there?
And
what have we put
now,
in
what
there?
I've done there, Fred, you'll have noticed it earlier, I cut the stem off the artichoke, and what I did was peeled that and diced it up. Yeah. Mixed it with a few onions and a bit of garlic, and just...
The smell is amazing.
Yeah, just cook them down for about 5 or 6 minutes, and I'm going to add that back into the mixture in the filling. So let's do that now. Okay. So would you like the honours of stirring?
Oh, look, I'll do the stirring. I'm good at stirring.
All right, some mince. So we just put them all in there, nice and easy recipe.
Some breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs.
Beautiful. What sort of bread is that?
Just white, crusty Italian bread. Oh, that's a bit messy. You might want the fork to stir that with. Some cheese, some parsley.
Cheese in there. It's very quick, isn't it?
It is very. I like it because you throw everything into the one pot.
I remember when I was a young Italian, I'm still old Italian now, but my mum used to make these all the time. A bit of the spices.
Yep. And a nice
bit of olive oil.
Tablespoon or so. Oh, that's quite a bit.
Do you use your hands when you do? So you
know what? Yeah, it's so much better with your hands. But what you're trying to achieve here is a mixture that's quite cohesive once you squeeze it, and you've mixed it up nicely. But when you squeeze it, you don't want oil losing out of it. So you may need to add a little bit more. You may not.
So it turns into like a big meatball, doesn't it, really?
Absolutely. It looks a bit like a hamburger patty or hamburger meat, yeah.
Do you want me to use my hands?
Lots more delicious. if you're so inclined, go for it.
I might use the
It's
old
the best
hands.
way to cook. And squeeze it together as you go.
Actually, that works a lot better, Fran.
It does. And you get a feel for the mixture as well.
I never said I was a tidy cook, by the way.
Let's
Actually, that
add
looks
this
quite
into it,
good.
Fred, for a bit of flavour.
Okay, in the middle there. Now these are we cooked it earlier on,
Yep,
obviously.
this is the artichoke stem.
And
Don't be
onion.
afraid to use
How
the
nice is
artichoke
that?
stem because the stem is really just the extension of the bud, which is the juiciest and most tender part of the artichoke.
Okay.
So even if you don't use it in the filling, just peel it and throw it into your sauce. You get some lovely
Look at that.
flavour
Look
out
at
of
my
it.
hands in there, everybody. The crew's saying, I can't wait to eat that with Fred's hands all through it. They love my cooking. They don't see it very often. There you go, Fran. I think I've done that
Awesome.
for you.
Thank you, Fred. All right, what
Let's
we'll
have a
do
look at what
now
that looks like
is
now
I'll
that
stuff the artichoke, and while I'm doing that, if you'd like to get the sauce going.
Yep.
Oh,
I'll
that
use
one,
my
it's
sponge.
wet. That's a good idea.
Okay, what are
All
we
right.
going to put in the sauce,
So
Fran?
to do the sauce, put a bit of olive oil and get your onions and your garlic frying.
Beautiful.
All
Bit of
right.
olive oil.
Now to stuff the artichoke, what you want to do is
Yep,
just
go for it.
gently pull the leaf open, grab a little bit in your fingers, and push it down in there.
Oh, okay.
All right, and then you'll gently push it back up, but just keep stuffing it. Go right around, push it in.
We're going to put the onion in.
Put the onion in, get it sizzling.
Just imagine that sizzling for the reality of television. Bit of garlic
Bit of garlic would be lovely.
and the basil leaves as well.
No, we put them in at the end.
Okay.
So we
we'll
let that cook down
and
for a
sizzle
few minutes.
bit.
Yep. All
While
right, how's
that's
that
doing
oil
that,
going? Is that
it's
nice
going
and
very
hot?
well, actually.
Because we need it to heat up to seal the artichoke.
I think it's doing its thing here,
Right.
Fran. There you go. It's starting to warm up now.
So this is probably the only part of the cooking process that takes a little bit of time. Now you can stuff each individual leaf, or you can pull every second one and put it into every second one. So just keep going round and round and round until
My
You
mum
get
always
through it
used to
all.
serve these as a main meal. You'd have 2 or 3 each.
yeah.
But
yeah.
you can make them as an entree, I suppose. If you've got pasta or something
Yep.
else, you'd maybe make one each, a small one.
Yep, if you're doing it as an entree, I would suggest you leave the meat out.
Yep.
Make it a little bit lighter, and yes, certainly go for the smaller one.
So you don't have to put meat in there at all if you prefer not to. Eh?
That's right, definitely not. Now, you would keep stuffing as much as you could, but when you get to the middle, you want to just poke your thumb into there, create a nice big space,
Yep.
and grab a nice chunk and fill it in. And then you put more on top and just close it and firm it up to hold all the meat in.
Now, do you have to have like a lasagna tray or something to put them in?
No, not at all. What we're going to do is we're going to cook them in that pot there.
In the pot?
Yep, in the
Beautiful.
pot. I guess it depends on how many you're cooking, but we're only going to do 2 today, so that pot is big enough.
And bear in mind, folks, because of television, we don't always have the time to sit here for 20 minutes, but you'll get the idea. We're frying this up, Fran.
All right.
Let's just assume that's ready to go. What do we do with
So
that?
that's what we end up with, Fred, at the end of it. Then what you want to do,
It's sizzling away now.
is put it face down just to seal the end and let that brown. So that'll take a couple of minutes.
There you go, Ivan.
All right.
Take a nice shot of that. So that's the artichoke turned upside down in the
That's
beautiful
right.
garlic and onion.
That's
sizzling
right, and we're
away
going to
there.
seal that meat in there just so it holds together.
Yep.
Because what we're going to do once that's sealed is turn it over and then add the tomato sauce and the other flavourings, and then we're going to let it simmer for 1.5 hours on low heat, and
Okay.
that's it. You need do nothing else.
And what
to
about
it
the
at all.
tomato?
We're going to add that once we turn it over.
Okay.
What do you think? Is it
I
brown?
reckon
Let's
we'll
pretend
turn it
it's
over.
brown.
It is actually.
It has browned a little.
There you
All
go,
right,
Ivan.
turned
Look
it
at
over.
that. Look
right.
at that. That's browned itself there.
Yep.
Beautiful.
And in terms of doing the sauce, you just need a couple of tins of peeled tomatoes.
Nice and easy, isn't it?
Yep, it is. You only really need the sauce to go halfway up the actual
Now, do we turn it back
artichoke.
upside down again?
On its base.
On like that?
Yep.
Beautiful.
And there's no need to turn that during cooking. You just
I'll move. There you go, Ivan. Have a
just
look at
check on it every now and again.
Move that
Stir
into
the
the light
sauce,
there.
but you don't need to turn the artichoke
looks
upside
good.
down. You want to leave it
And
sitting
how
upright
long
like
did you
that.
say we have to keep that cooking?
An hour and a half. Just a bit of basil and
Beautiful.
bay leaves. Yep.
I'm going to move this back over here.
Okay. And I have a lid somewhere, so normally we would put a lid on top.
Got that for you.
There we go.
Now, Fran, what courses are coming up at your school in August?
In August, we've got a pasta class happening.
Yep.
And we will be making some spaghetti, homemade spaghetti.
Yep.
We will also be making some agnolotti, which is like a large ravioli.
Yep.
And the other thing that we're making is tortellini in brodo,
Oh,
which is the
beautiful.
tiny little meat parcels in a beautiful chicken broth.
Now,
chicken
when
and
you
vegetable
cook,
broth.
you cook from your region, don't you?
I
mean, you're Italian.
Cooking inspired from my region, so not necessarily fully authentic, but I've taken ingredients and food from that area and then created
Beautiful.
my own.
Now, if people want more information about Everyone Can Cook, you've got a website?
I have.
Tell that camera there with
It's
Ivan.
www.everyonecancook.com.au.
And
Love to hear
classes
from
cost
you.
how much?
$95 for a 3-hour session, and you get a wonderful feed as well.
I know, I've been there, and she's telling the truth. Let's have a look at the finished product, Fran, because that's what we're here for. Look at that, already prepared. Look at that, Ivan. Look at that.
Now, you want some nice crusty continental bread to dip into that sauce as well.
Well,
Fred.
funny enough,
can I tell you?
Yep,
Sorry,
go for it.
there's only one way to eat these, and
that's
there's
with my
nothing
mouth?
pretty about it. Well, you do need your mouth, yes. Nothing pretty about it. What you need to do is using your hands.
Yep.
You pull off one leaf at a time.
Okay, let me do it the way Fran says. Now, if you want more information about this segment, don't forget you can go to our website, which is thecouch.com.au. You can watch me and Fran do this all over again. Okay, Fran, let me try it.
All right. The basting that's it. That's it.
I don't think I did it properly that time.
No, I
Fran.
think
Let
you
me
should
just
try
it
again. Yeah. How's that?
I don't know, it's getting better. Why, I'll indulge. If you want more information about this show or this couch or this segment, check this out.